And thank you for the heads up. Today is the anniversary of the album Liquid Swords by the GZA.
When the MCs came.
All right. Some
Shout
had
out to the GZA, the genius.
That's right. And that came out November 7th, 1995. All right. Now let's get into some Yeetie. Jeezy is putting out a new interview. It's him and Nia Long. It's actually going to come out today at 3 p.m. All right. So this should be an interesting one. I feel like this was a good pairing. Here's what the preview sounds like.
The hardest thing to do is to walk away from someone that you still love.
Going through your trials and tribulations, like, are you okay?
I think I'm exactly where I need to be.
Real don't cheat.
I kind of understand what you mean when you say that.
Coming forth and telling my truth is intent. I wanted to have a family forever.
Me too. I wanted to get it right.
And both of them just recently got out of relationships. She was very publicly cheated on. And we don't know what's happened with Jeezy yet, but I feel like in this interview we might get some insights.
A revelation?
Yeah, we might find out what happened. And he did put out a new album, I Might Forgive, but I Don't Forget. That was 29 songs.
A lot of songs in there, but good songs in there. Shout out to the Justice League. They did a lot of the production on there. It's a good album.
And the song Don't Cheat got a lot of attention, by the way. All right. And speaking of long albums, Chris Brown has a new album about to come out, and it's going to be twice as long as originally promised. He announced this album.
He tricked us.
Yes, leaning into the number 11. It was called 1111. It was set to drop on November 11th. But now it looks like it's going to be 22 songs.
He fooled me, man. I really thought Chris was going to slim it down, do the little traditional album. But he likes them long albums, man. Shout out to Breezy. 22.
And he posted all of the tracks already on his social media, on his Instagram. And so should be interesting. And his last album was long too. How many songs were on his last album?
He does at least 20 plus every time.
Yeah.
And one he did 40 or something.
And it did amazing.
Well, they say, streaming companies, it's the streams. A lot of songs can help you get a lot of play.
Yeah, but it's hard for some people to do an album that long.
I mean,
it's hard because you want to have all bangers, but Chris Brown's able to do it.
Chris Brown's a tremendous catalog.
All right, now Queen Naija, she recently sat down and did an interview about, and it was very honest, and I think that when it comes to women and families and children, everybody has an opinion. Sometimes it's hard to admit that the grass could be sometimes, people, and I do have a lot of friends with kids. I don't have any kids.
Yes.
And I've had them tell me sometimes, and they feel a little guilty about it, like it must be nice to be able to do what you want when you want to do it. Here's what she had to say.
Sometimes I envy the girls that get to wake up with no kids and literally get to design their apartment the way that they want and literally go and just do whatever they want. I had CJ at 19. Yeah. I got married at 19.
Right.
And then from that relationship that failed, I went right into another relationship.
So you
and then had another baby. And so I've never gotten a chance.
Know yourself or to do you.
All right, so shout out to her. It's called Let's Talk About It, by the way. That's her podcast.
Shout out to the hardworking moms out there.
With her friend Domi V. And so the two of them are moms. And so for them to have these conversations, it felt very comfortable.
Yeah. It reminds me when I was XXL, I had editor Paula Renfro. She's a mother. She had 2 kids. And a lot of us were all single, but it was she was working just as hard as us, but then she had to go home and be a mother and make dinner and do all. I was I don't know how you do this, Paula.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard even at work. You feel like if you have kids and the responsibilities, people look at you differently. Is she gonna be able to stay late? Is she gonna be able to work? Is she gonna be able to travel? Yep. I do think for women sometimes it's different because when a woman is about to have a kid, sometimes it's an issue for people, but men, they're never you're about to have a kid. Are you sure you can do this? Will you be able to travel? No one asks you all that.
Yeah, we don't get all that.
All right, now Rick Ross and Meek Mill have launched a sweepstakes for a chance to win $50,000 ahead of the release of their joint album, Too Good to Be True.
That's this Friday, finally, right?
Live. Yeah, finally. And it wraps up on November 16th, by the way. So if you want to win that $50,000, should we enter, Elliot?
Oh. Are we disqualified? Can we get that paper?
Why would we be disqualified? No purchase necessary, it says here.
$50K or dinner with Meek Mill and Rick Ross, or $50K?
I think they would tell us take the $50K.
Take that $50K.
All right, and Meek Mill also talks about the time that he asked Jay-Z for his Rockefeller chain, even though he could have went ahead and bought his own. Here's what he told Complex.
I always wanted that rock piece. I seen Hov one day. I'm bold as a mother too. I was like, yo, man, can I get that rock chain right there? So I could buy one, but it ain't the same if I buy that. I need this actual artifact from you. He took it off and gave me that.
Wow, he handed him the rock chain.
See, sometimes
I'm
you gotta
jealous.
ask.
I'm jealous, I'm jealous.
You gotta just ask. You never asked for it, Elliot?
Nah, me and B-Dot should have asked by now, right?
Yeah, you're pretty tight
Yo.
with Jay-Z. I'm surprised you haven't asked Jay-Z. Can I have that chain?
I didn't know that's how you got one. You just have to ask him.
Now you know what to do.
Man,
now you
Jesus.
know what to do when
I'm
you
on
see
it.
him.
I'm on it. Next time I see you, Hov, I'm gonna ask you.
Can I have that chain? I could buy one, but all right. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They are flying under the radar. And right now, let's get into some Ne-Yo. I see Ne-Yo has another collab that he's doing with Fab. Right? We love isn't that right? When they get together, yeah.
Winning
all right,
combination.
Well, here's Sexy Love right now, and Under the Radar after that. It's way up.